Just one medal to be decided in these, the 2007 Raw Weightlifting Championships from Chiang Mai in Thailand. And it is, of course, the men's super heavyweights, everyone weighing over 105 kilos by a considerable amount. As you can see, this is the situation at the halfway stage. Viktor Skerbatis of Latvia, the man who's leading the competition. Skerbatis, this year's current European champion, from Yevgeny Shigishev in the silver medal position, and Veliko Shokalov, former European champion and Olympic bronze medalist, currently in third place, just a kilo separating these top three. Of course, the big news really in one sense is the absence of Hossein Rezazadeh. He, of course, the super heavyweight champion of the world and also the Olympic Games, but as we understand, involved in a car accident in the last few weeks. He's here along with another former super heavyweight champion, Andrei Chemerkin of Russia, but not taking any part. So now on to the clean and jerk phase here, and this attempt, a good attempt here. Just a reminder of how the medals were achieved in the first half of the competition. Sholikov weighing in at 165.38 kilos, way the heaviest and biggest guy in the whole competition. And that's actually more weight than usual, but you can see the coach there really asking him to make sure. Well, that was Sholikov's third attempt. He went 192, failed 198, and put the bar up to 201. By contrast, this was Shigishev weighing in at 123.77 kilos, and this is 201 kilos on the bar for him. Yevgeny Shigishev of Russia, 28 years of age, very experienced, second this year in Europe to Skerbatis, and a solid opening lift. Runner-up in the World Championships a couple of years ago. Shigishev getting 201, then he had two attempts at 206, but neither came off. So by virtue of lighter body weight, he stayed ahead of Sholikov, with Jabba Saeed Selam in fourth place on 195. So Viktor Skerbatis, well, multi-successful in the European arena, the reigning European champion, snatched 202 kilos in Strasbourg, European champion in 2007, 2006, 2005, 2001, and Olympic silver medalist in Athens in 2004, behind Hossein Rezazadeh, who snatched 213 kilos. By contrast, Skerbatis 205. But this third attempt, 202 kilos, to take the snatch gold medal and give himself an advantage of a kilo over both Shigishev and Sholikov of Russia and Bulgaria, respectively. Really good lifting by Skerbatis. Skerbatis, no spring chicken. He's 32, the oldest man in the class, together with Jabba of Qatar, formerly of Bulgaria, but early honours going to the Latvian. So this just a reminder of the competitors. The young Greek, just out of his teens and into his early 20s there, 136.58. Velasic of Germany there, Sholikov, and really a competition without Rezazadeh wide open, as we now look forward to the clean and jerk. So 13 competitors. Greece, Iran, Germany, the Ukraine, Egypt, Russia, Qatar, Latvia, Poland, Korea, all represented. And there, just a reminder, 263, the clean and jerk world record. I doubt that'll be broken today. So onto the stage now, Mohamed Ehsan, to take his first attempt in the clean and jerk, 225 kilos. Now, at the halfway stage, the man from Egypt here down in 9th place, only carrying forward 183 kilos. It leaves him 19 kilos off the pace. So a long way back. This man, who was 5th in the world a couple of seasons ago, certainly capable of a lot more than this. So a reasonably modest opener here, 225. Yeah, no problem. So to get his challenge underway, 225, I would expect him to get up to 230 and hopefully to 235. That's where he should be, 230, somewhere between 235 and 240. The problem is that in terms of his challenge for overall medals, the snatch performance was modest, and so therefore difficult to see him catching up. Now, Sholikov, first clean and jerk for him, also 225, but huge difference in body weight. Ehsan weighing in at 147.74 and Sholikov 165.38, so he's got a disadvantage in that regard over everybody. But 225. Gives him a running total of 426. Sholikov didn't get a total last year, but it went wrong really in the snatch phase for him. Had 3 attempts last year in the Dominican Republic, 185 kilos, and bombed on all of those. But again, he's a man who's well capable of 240 kilos. So, Mohamed Saleh of Iran, obviously their number one man, Razazadeh, sidelined through, as we understand, a car accident. So responsibility onto his shoulders. Just 24 years of age, looking for a total of 410. And Salehi, with this his second attempt at 225. He's got 215. So give him a total of 408. Needs to stand still, and that's okay. Good second attempt there by Saleh. 2 Iranians in this. The other one, Rashid Sadeh. The other one down in 13th place, only 180 kilos. Gregor Klech of Poland. And getting ready for his second attempt at the clean and jerk. Oh, in fact, his first attempt, my apologies, 230 on the bar. 230 and 190. So this to give him a total of 420. fourth in Europe this year with that sort of total. He was fourth with 4:21, so one would hope that he can not only get this but go considerably further. But coming back to something like decent form, this man. Clean is okay, and that's good. No problems overhead. It's been a characteristic of these championships that an awful lot of lifters, particularly in the men's division, have really operated from the back third of the platform to give themselves forward space in case they need to come forward with the bar. Remember, the platform just 4 meters square. Good effort from the pole. 2 attempts to come to go further, and here's the second of the Iranians, weighed in at 139.34. Now, he was down on his teammate Salehi. Salehi lifted 183 kilos in the snatch phase. This man only 180. First attempt for him. Sorry, second attempt. My apologies. No, it is his second attempt. 230. 230 on the bar. So 230 and the 180, giving him 410 at the moment. And onto the stage comes the former Bulgarian. This is Salim Jabba. Now only 195 kilos in the first phase, in 4th place at the halfway stage. And that's a really good opener. 231, plenty of capacity there. And that 195 and 231 takes him to 426 and the advantage, but still quite a lot of lifting to come in this class.
How they line up this weekend. Pumping the pedals for a world title, the women first, then the under-23s, with the men's elite on Sunday.
So Mohamed Saleh coming on for his 3rd attempt now at 231. So this is 6 kilos up. This would take him to 414, but the lead at the moment with Jabba Salem of Qatar and Veliko Shohlakov, both on 426 at the moment, but the man from Qatar, body weight much lighter, so he has the edge, but still the likes of Shigishev and Skeb Artist to really get involved here. They'll be looking for them around 240 to start their campaign. So last throw of the dice here for Saleh. Just a little bit of effort there to get that onto his shoulders. That won't have helped. No. Didn't get under the bar, and in fact just the bar too close to his windpipe there, and the oxygen cut off, and he's okay, but left on 408. Yeah, he's okay. Now when it's away from the windpipe, but when he adjusts there, it gets very tight Now, Dimitrios Papagaridis. Papagaridis, 195 kilos, brought forward from the snatch phase. Got 221, and this is 225. He got going for 231, and that's good. Didn't get it the second time, but he got it this time, and 231 takes him up to 426 as well. Now Papagaridis 136.58 doesn't give him the lead because Jabba Salem of Qatar weighed in at 124.60, but what it does indicate is the progress of this young man, because he is young, just 21 years of age. He was looking today for a total of 427. He's got 426, so he's almost on the money, and I think Christoph Yakovou, the head coach, will be not too displeased about that. Udashin now. Artem Udashin. I think it's Artem Udashin. It is indeed. 232, first attempt to bring him back into real contention here. Udashin down in 6th place, one of several on 195 kilos at the halfway stage. Good lift. And 427 nudges into the lead. Udashin, very experienced campaigner, but only 27, so still quite a lot, I think, to come from him. He was the runner-up last year in the World Championships in the Dominican Republic with 439 as a total. So Egypt and Mohamed Hassan, second attempt at 233. Now this is an 8 kilo increase. So he's got 225 and he's carrying that forward. He's got a total of 408 at the moment. So this to go 416. Didn't catch that at all right, and no way to deal with that. Has one more attempt, but his prospects have just been limited because he really needs to come out for that again. He might just put the bar up. With these guys, it happens more often than not that when you have a failure like this, they're quite happy to avoid following themselves and put the bar up a kilo or two for his third and final attempt. Certainly a weight that he can manage. He can manage 238 to 240, so I think that's the name of the game. Let somebody else come in here, and I think it's going to be Sholokov who's going to come in. Bar going up to 234, and it is Veliko Sholokov of Bulgaria who's going to come in and take his second attempt. Remember, Sholokov a kilo off the pace at the halfway stage. This sequence suggests that he's not in absolutely tip-top form, because I reckon that to be competitive, he's got to be lifting 240 and be prepared to go above that to take on the likes of Shigishev and Skibatis. Needs to stand still, and that's fine. Good lift. So disappointment last year in the World Championships, but he's got the total, and Bulgarian support for him. 234. So that's 9 kilos up. Takes him on to 435. And he is the heavy man, but he's now got the lead, but only one life left, so plenty who can attack him. And now also 235 on the bar here for Rashid Sharifi of Iran. No. So not to be. And it leaves him down on 410. And the bar up to 235 now for the Egyptian. So doing exactly what I suggested, which is buying a bit of time to recover after that previous failure. But this is the last card. So 235, 10 kilos up. This would take him to 426. And again, one of the heavier men in the class. But he's amassed more than this in his time. Come on. No, again, very difficult catch, and couldn't manage to clean. And therefore, the third attempt, I'm afraid, drops him back down. He only managed to 225. So the 225 for Mohammed Ehsan of Egypt goes with the 183. Leaves him on 408. Gregor Klecz, Poland. Also a couple of kilos up on what we usually expect for him. We usually expect him about 126. He's weighed in at 128 kilos, 128.7. And Klecz with a 7 kilo increase this time around. He's got 420, so this for 427, and weighed in at 128.70, which is lighter than Udashin of the Ukraine. So this for the moment would put him into the gold medal position in the clean and jerk and the overall lead, with one life left after this, so pretty crucial. Ooh. So 237 there for Klecz. Well, maybe a little press out there on the left arm, but I think he's got away. Crucial stages now in this men's 105 kilo super heavyweights, and it is Sholokov coming on for what is actually his third attempt. And these modest efforts in the second half means that he is really vulnerable in terms of overall medals. Bar going up now to 237 for this attempt, and he really needs this to take his advantage from the first half 4:26, not in the lead at the moment. Slides the hands out just to make the distance just a little bit less. No. Put the bar forward, hips behind, and there's no way he was going to make that. And, well, any thoughts of overall gold have gone now. Not that they were big chances for him, but that's a loss. And now he's vulnerable, certainly in terms of the overall medals. The Olympic bronze medalist, but not in Olympic form, not at this moment, and not in this competition. So the likes of Klech, Udashin, who were a little bit off the pace behind Sholokov at the halfway stage, 5-6 kilos behind, now thinking maybe they can get back at him. And here is Klech. Now, setback for him, because the first lift was good, but the second lift, as you can see, overruled by the jury, and the 2:37, they've given it as a press out. There was just a hint of it, but I have to say there are lifters who've been given good lifts for more obvious press outs than that. But Klech, 2:37, so he's gone 2:38. He's trying to recapture the position here. Not easy, because his heart would have sunk, because that would have been a big disappointment, the way that that second lift was taken away from him. No. Not there, so his opportunity disappears. Klech has been near to major honours. 2001, a bronze medal back in the Europeans, and he's been fourth in Europe, fourth in the world, in the top 10 in Sydney and in Athens, but not today. Could be for this man though, Yevgeny Shigashev of Russia, particularly with his advantage of body weight here, 123.77 kilos. Of those contending for overall gold, he's got all the body weight advantages, but he needs to lift the weight. 240 for his opener. So this for 441. Very strong indeed. Yevgeny Shigashev, second in Europe this year to Skebatis, with whom he's dueling at the moment. And Skebatis much the better in the clean and jerk phase, so this is really encouraging. Shigashev only managed 230 in Europe, but 240. That's a good opener. And Skebatis has got to go there as well. So Skebatis, a kilo ahead, but not body weight. So this 240 would reinstate his 1 kilo advantage over Shigashev at the halfway stage. Sholokov dropping out of contention. Still though, Jabba Saeed Salem in contention, certainly for clean and jerk honours. Very good. And that's 240, so back he goes into the lead, but only by a kilo. So head to head with Yevgeny Shigashev for 22. to 4:21. So 4:42 to 4:41. Skebatis, who won the European title with 4:47, and Jabber now beginning to come into his own here, and this is a 9-kilo increase. So if he gets this, the 240 together with the 195 is going to take him to 435. And it's going to get him ahead of Sholokov on body weight. And it has done. So that's put him into the overall bronze medal. And Jabber just a little bit heavier than Shigishev, which puts him into silver medal in the clean and jerk. Skebatis in bronze. But Sholokov, that's the real news of this lift, that the man from Qatar, formerly from Bulgaria, is now in overall bronze. Well, looking for clean and jerk honours now. This is Yoon of Korea. No, 241 couldn't do it. Bombed out in the snatch phase. Just trying to get some consolation here. I suppose that's a bit unkind to say bombed out. He got 180, which is not correct really. Bombed out suggesting that he didn't get any of his snatch attempts. He did 180, but 241 not achieved. Udashin now. Also looking for 241, which of course would put him into the lead in the clean and jerk. Not to be. These are pretty crucial attempts here. That would have given him a total of 436 and would have put him into third place. So Ewan, second attempt. So trying to add to the 180. This would give him a total of 421, but it's not really that which is on his mind at the moment. It's to get a clean and jerk medal, gold if he can. That's the consolation prize that he's looking for. And all the time waiting in the wings, Skebatis and Shigishev. Not easy. No. There's a clear press out there as well, and Yoon also No, I thought it was a little close to the windpipe, but in fact that's not the problem. 241 failed. He's got one more attempt, and of course if he doesn't get this 241, then he really will have bombed out. He won't have got a total. He'll just have the 180 from the first half of the competition. So this is high stakes poker he's played here, and so far it hasn't come off. Now Udashin onto the stage. This is his third and final attempt. So Udashin, who's got 232, looking for 9 more kilos here to take him to 436 to put him into an overall medal, and of course clean and jerk medals. No, press out, and that will not be given, surely. And he knows it. He can look as long as he likes, but that one was crystal clear. So that leaves Udashin on a total of 427, Sholikov on 435. And at the moment Salam on 435, but he's got an attempt left. Shigishev and Skebatis still very much in this. And Yoon, the Korean, with one attempt remaining.
Football is called the beautiful game. Now see how it looks when the girls get moving.
Crucial lifts then. Skebatis has got 2 left. Shigishev likewise. Yoon's got 1. And Skebatis has put the bar up to 247. So now the chips are down. So the situation at the moment, Skebatis with 442, Shigishev with 441, both men with 2 attempts. Salem, Jabba, 435 in the bronze medal position at the moment, and the only other man who's got a lift is actually the Korean Sang-Hwen Hyun, who's just all out for clean and jerk honours, but I wouldn't be too optimistic about his chances. Now Skebatis, again not the best of cleans there. 2 kilos up on what he lifted in Europe in Strasbourg, and not there. Now Shigishev, who got the worst of the argument in Strasbourg, Skebatis weighing in at 141.53. And you can't be quite sure which way this category is going to be decided, whether it's going to be decided through success or failure here. Now, there's Yoon. Well, he really is playing high stakes poker, because having had a couple of failures around the 241 mark, which at that time would have put him into the gold medal, well, it still would put him into the gold medal position. He's now passed on that, which has given him a whole lot more recovery time, but the bar going to 250 for Shigishev. Wow, Shigishev clearly confident that he can pick this bar up. He wasn't far off it in the World Championships in Qatar in 2005. He actually picked up 246. Obviously this is more. Shigishev in Qatar doing 457. It was one of his better performances, and he's close to the gold medal. If he can do this, then Skebatis is going to be under real pressure. So this arguably second attempt, this could well be for the championship. Really fights and gets the clean, slides the arms out. Look at the weight there on the shoulders. This is going to be difficult. No. He's got another go at it, but The bar is at 250 kilos. Just to put this in perspective, of course, Hossein Razazadeh, the absent, what would have been defending world champion, his world record is 263 kilos for the clean and jerk. Well, Skibatis has got one lift left, Shiggy has got one lift left, Yoon has got one lift left, and it's Yoon. Now, if he can pick this up, well, he's going to go from virtually zero to hero, because his total would be 430. Now, that would not give him an overall medal. What it would do is it would catapult him into the gold medal position in the clean and jerk. I don't think he'd carry any of my money, but he must know what he believes. He must know what he's capable of doing, and he believes that he can do this. Well, at least I hope he believes he can do this. And he's got the clean. Oh, tried to bounce off the chuck, and it couldn't do it, and so he's left without a total on 180. Shoved all his chips into the middle of the table and went for it, but it didn't come off. So 2 lifts to go in not only the super heavyweight championship of the world here, to see who succeeds Razazadeh this year, borrows the title arguably for a season. Will it be Shigishev? Will it be Skibatis? Now, Skibatis, this is high stakes by Skibatis, because Skibatis has said, and you saw him really holding his knee, maybe believing that he can't go anymore. At the moment, he has the advantage. He's in the gold medal position. If Shigishev lifts this up, he will take the championship, I believe. But at the moment, it's Skibatis by a kilo. But if Shigishev lifts this up, he will be world champion. 250 kilos. This to take him to 451. It would be magnificent. No. And Skibatis in the wings, and Skibatis adds the world championship to the European title. And once again, Shigishev is the runner-up. He was the runner-up to Skibatis in Europe. He was the runner-up in 2005 in Qatar in the Worlds, and it's another silver medal for him, I'm afraid. That close to getting the title, and he only needed an extra kilo. If he'd gone and taken 241, then he would have been equal on body weight with Skibatis, but he thought that Skibatis was capable of more, and that's why he was seduced into going for the higher lifts. You can see there 240, 250 for the second attempt. Skibatis put 247 on the bar. He didn't make it, and had Shigishev gone 242, he could have won this, and probably would have done. But that's if only. That's if what might have been the outcome, but it wasn't. And you can see a lot of failures there, particularly in the third attempts. But the championships, the Royal Weightlifting Championships for 2007, these Olympic qualifying competitions now come to an end. And Skibatis realises one of his ambitions to become world champion. So he's won the European title on several occasions. He's now won the world title. He's been Olympic silver medalist. Skibatis has been a terrific servant, particularly for his country, Latvia. But you have to say that if Razazadeh had been on the stage in form, then I doubt that any of these men would have actually measured up to him. caption is a little out of order because it was actually relating to the women's super heavyweight, so I don't quite know where that came from. But this is the total there, and you can see Shigashev is going to think about this, I think, quite a lot here. And you can see Salim Jabber of Qatar up into third place, taking the bronze medal away from Sholikov by virtue of his lighter body weight.
Bronze medalist Salim Jabber from Qatar.
So the president of the International Weightlifting Federation, with his back to you, just on the right there of the three gentlemen, and Dr. Thomas Ayan presenting the overall bronze medal there, 435 kilos to Salim Jabber.
Silver medalist,
the silver medal,
Shigashev from Russia.
Yevgeny Shigashev,
41 kilograms.
the super heavyweight silver medalist of the world with a total of 441. And